Hi there, just going to do a tutorial today on how I installed 04 air unit into the era frame. I was asked by a viewer if I'd do a little tutorial on how I did it. I was told that the its era FPV are doing an upgrade kit. I opted to just force the camera into the cage myself. I'll just show you how I did it basically. It wasn't that difficult. Right, so basically what I did is the camera is installed as normal in the back. So 4 screws on the bottom plate. You undo the bottom plate of the 04 air unit, take the 4 screws out, replace them with these longer screws that go through the plate into the bottom, and it just fits just like the 03 air unit as normal in the back. Things get a little bit different at the front, so obviously I can't put any screws into the rubber grommets that go into the side that basically hold the 03 in, but the 04 is basically a mil thicker. Apparently this cage can take up to a 20 mil thick camera, that's what I read. So I pried open the cage with my thumbs and pushed the 04 in. It was quite tight, but I managed to push it, lined it up to the angle that I wanted, and these little grommets here, I basically just put a tiny little drop of super glue underneath the grommet, push the grommet in. I know it's a bit extreme, but I really wanted to fly this with the new camera in. I had this frame lying around and just thought I'd give it a shot, and yeah, the camera went in. I'll just take the I know people out there are going to think, oh my god, he's super glued the camera in, but you know, it was a really tight fit. The super glue's probably just holding the grommet there, if anything. And I have crashed it twice and the camera hasn't moved. So I know it's good. From my understanding, that Era are offering an upgrade kit which gives you a new bottom plate to house this not only that, this frame I've sort of customised slightly. So I've got the orange nuts on the motors. I've put orange nuts on the inside on the flight controller. And if you can see, I've put little orange nuts to space the top plate out, just to give you a little bit of extra room, because the Era frame, there ain't a lot of room inside if you want all the little gizmos. also the antennas. Had to do a little bit of a modification there as well. So where the antennas are, I just drilled 2 holes either side and then pushed UFL connectors through, connected them up into the 04 air unit, and then I just basically taped these together just with some black cloth tape, just to position them, hold them there. And then just pop that out. There isn't a lot of room here. Usually I'd put the GPS, which I've mounted on the arm, slightly bigger one. I do usually have a nano. So a nano would fit normally just up in the back of there, but it's not quite enough room to hold it flat. So that's why I opted to put the GPS on the side. It's no big deal. But yeah, basically, camera's just pushed in. All I did was pried it apart with my thumbs and pushed the camera down, positioned it, glued the 2 grommets, and there we go. 04 installed on the Era frame. I've got a bit of experience with these. I've built 3 now. I've got 2 more in the background there, both running 03s, slightly different setups. So that one's basically got the other Era motors, customised with red nuts or red lighting on the underside as well. And then this one's got neon lights all around, which is quite cool. Just show you that. Yeah, a bit cheesy, but that's my setup. Thanks again.